Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sunny Cool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over the raid event, raid boss, and we got a new PvP season, so we'll be going over that. Season ended. Okay. The season of grace has ended. Here are your uncollected rewards from the season. Okay. Oh, did I have some? I didn't even know I had any. That's stupid. I don't know when I got those, because, oh well. No big deal. Jump to the season. I'm not really super concentrated on this main account at the moment. I will be soon, though. But yeah, new PvP season, which we'll take a look at, obviously. And the week's preview, the weekly preview for Suncrest. So yeah, that's what's going on today. But I gotta set up the stream. You know how it goes. Let's find Suncrest. Let's put on an epic trial. Where the heck is Suncrest? Pooping my pants. There it is. Alright, so we're going to run a trial just to see can the auto battler win or not while I set up the stream, and then we'll be good to go. Do that. Oh, wrong button. Do this. Autoplay. And okay. So, let me know if they win or not. 3 raid boss teams, high, mid, low. New PvP Immortals, week's preview Suncrest, Gems of War Live, 1/12/2026. It's the 12th already, jeez Louise. 12 days into the new year. Gems of War live streams, boink. Got the thumbnail up, no I'm not AI. The game is Gems of War. Save all that business. Okay, it should be shareable in about, give it 2 minutes like always. Nope, cancel that. And let's jump into the chat. Refresh. Go here. Let's hit this. Turn in your ticket to the train. Hit that like button, please. Finger the thumb. Let's go. Live chat. What up, Sana? How's it going? Okay, now can I do that? Yes. Okay, do this. Save that. I'm almost ready already. Are you ready? I'm ready already. Almost. Copy that. Paste it in. I already did, though. I'm an idiot. I pasted it in twice. No. Sometimes you try to go fast and then you just go slower. Because you do things multiple times like a dummy, like me. Alright, we're good to go. Yoke the Ham is here. How did everybody do on their Guild Wars? I got Paragon. Did about as good as I could do, I did lose 1 time, so now I do have 3 losses total overall. But, that's like, what is that, 197 and 3? So I'm 197 and 3 in Guild Wars. And I feel like one of the losses was like super early. I don't know if I was really... Yeah, but anyway, excuses. The other loss was a Goblin team that goblined me to death. And then my loss this past weekend was 3 Takshakas or 2 Takshakas, something like that. A Takshaka team. But we got Paragon, and I scored like... I'll show you. I'll show y'all. It's cool that you can show people. Like, it lets you view it after the Guild Wars is over still. I like that. Well, you can show people or see where you're at. So there's been 3 chances to get Paragon, and I've got it twice. And like I said, if anybody was super close, like DC or something, I'd probably take a dive and let them have it for the achievement if he wanted it. But it was versus like me and the same person that got Paragon last week, so I went ahead and went for it. But let's, I keep pushing the wrong buttons today. Retreat. Alright, so who knows? Those auto battles are smart when you can't play, like, before you start for the day or after you're done for the day. See if you can get a couple of wins on the epic trials if you haven't done them already. It's something you do and get done forever and don't ever have to do again, so it's pretty smart. It's like getting all your quests done and get all your classes open, all your game modes open. Like, it's one of those things. If you can get your epic trials done, you never have to do it again. And, you do have to spend a little bit of gems to get the pet fully ascended, but then those gems you never have to spend again, and it's a smart way to spend your gems because you're getting another pet fully ascended for the kingdom, and then it's done. It's done forever. Unlike other things like Underspire and PvP and Explore 12 or whatever you're doing that's just going to be forever and always. Like, the Epic Trials doesn't have to be forever and always. You can get it done and then you don't have to think about it anymore, and it's one thing you don't have to do in the future. So I like getting those done. So if you can get the Suncrest Epic Trials done today, you will be helping yourself, your future self. But yeah, let's grab our tribute. Let's give to the guild. Dummy. See, look at me. I'm clicking on all the wrong things. While we're in here, I might as well show y'all. Guild Wars. Guild Wars. Guild Wars. My guilds keep. My guilds keep. Roster. Roster. Look at it. Would you look at it? Would you look at it? Paragon. 2 out of the 3 times. But I did lose on the last day. But, you know, it was Takshakas. It was Takshakas, so can you blame me? It was that Savage Hunter team. Savage Hunter and Queen Moonclaw, the mana generating explodey weapon, and Lord of Slaughter. So Savage Hunter, explodey summoning weapon with buffs, Lord of Slaughter, Queen Moonclaw. So I know some people were worried about the entangle and all of that, but you know, you don't always get entangled right off Jump Street unless they're not using Elementalist. If they're using Elementalist, there's not an automatic entangle, right? They have to get an extra turn. It has to hit your first slot. But yeah, if they're really thinking, like a lot of the defends aren't thinking about. They should be, like if they're in a good guild, they should be thinking, okay, the enemies are going to be using Wild Plains, and they might be using this team. But a lot of people don't. Like, people over worry about negative status effects, I feel. People over worry about Submerge. People over worry about Entangle. People over worry about that stuff, I swear. You shouldn't build your whole team around, oh, what if I get Entangled, or what if they Submerge? Like, you shouldn't do that. You know, I mean, if you look at the enemy's team, you scout the enemy's team, and you see Archer, or you see, like, Undyne, or something like that, okay. But just to, like, go through the whole week thinking, oh, what if I get Entangled, without any proof that you're going to get Entangled, like, I don't know. That just wasn't what I was on. I was on, let's make the best team, let's get the highest score, let's get Paragon. So, you know, Savage Hunter, yeah, if it gets entangled at the start of the fight, it kind of sucks, and it happened to me a few times. And, you know, when I lost, it wasn't because of entangle. It was because Takshaka went wild, looped me to death, got its mana so quick because of its third trait. That's what happened. It wasn't entangle. And then the times I did get entangled, you know, I had Orpheus on, and I would get cleansed within a turn or two. And while that was happening, I could still cast Lord of Slaughter, I could still cast my weapon, I could still shoot the Savage Hunter. It wasn't like that bad. So, I get it though, I understand why. You know, what if I get entangled? But we can't go through our life just being scared of something that might happen. Or you're never going to get first place or Paragon. You got to go for it. So, you know, and I scored 500 points higher than the second place. So we got Paragon for the second time. Let's go. Alright, so I gotta give to my guild. Guild. Tasks, seals. Okay, tasks. Do we got all the basics done? Yes, we do. So let's go look at the epics. Do we have the purple epic done? Yes, we do. So which one is closest? Epic blue. Let's do this one. Complete. That's probably good. It's got to do 1,000,000, but if it's complete, sometimes I don't care to go a little higher. Let's go get our mail now that we did that. This is the type of mail you could get for being in a really good guild. As soon as the game decides to load. Let's go. Let's see. Why does Sony tell us to get into a good guild? Is it still going? Jeez Louise! Alright, there we go. There's all of our good loot. Got some gifts from DC. Let's go. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it. I've been trying to replenish my gem stack. Okay, Ruby League. Looks like I stayed in Ruby League, which is fine for me right now. And Let's go look at our offers. I've been buying pet gifts if I see them just because they're cheap. No, I wouldn't buy the other one though there. And let's get to the shop. Buy the Spoils of War, of course, every single week. On both accounts. And the new troop. Get it fully ascended. Look at all those trait stones you get, different ones every week. It only costs glory. You're also getting a troop fully ascended for the kingdom. This is really smart to do too, whether you're early game or late game or mid game, it doesn't really matter. This is what you should be using your glory on. This and Spoils of War. Because look at that, we get a different colored trait stone every single week. Plus miners, plus gold keys, plus glory keys, plus the troop fully ascended. It's like super smart. So I'm going to do that. And we'll see, like we have the troop now in case it's usable for the event. Sauna with the gift, it went to Andrew Bow. Chad with a 2, dropping a deuce. Thank you so much. We were sliding it in sideways. That's where we're at. And alright, we got all the stuff we need to now go do the raid boss. Alright, you know, raid event. They give you the troop. Sometimes they give you the weapon. Let's check the weapon out. Okay, they gave us the weapon this time. So they're giving us the troop and the weapon. So it's not super hard. It's probably the second easiest guild event that there is. First being Invasion, of course. Raid event, we got the weapon, we got the troop. The boss troop's dead. We got all of our mana. And that's a really good start. So buy up to the weapon. My new account's going to buy up to the weapon this week too. Just like to add that in, tell you what my new account would be doing. My new account is level 750, somewhere around there. So it's going to buy up to the weapon as well. And the weapon's good. It's an Explodey. We love those. Explode yellow gems, grant a random status effect to all Suncrest allies, then summon a Suncrest troop. And the boss killer, 12 yellow brown Suncrest undead Strix, deal damage to an enemy. If they are a boss, deal 3 times to 5 times damage based on my ascensions. Create a Doomstorm. And it summons a Bone Storm at the start of battle, so it's kind of a good Skull troop. Unfortunately, this would be way better as an Invasion troop, because in Invasion, the towers sit in first slot eventually. So the towers would be in first, second, third, fourth, so you could put this guy in first slot. You'd have a Bone Storm, a Doomstorm, and you could start hitting them with Skulls. But this is Raid event, so the boss is in last slot. So unfortunately, this should be an Invasion troop, not a Raid troop, but I still like that it has a Bone Storm and a Doomstorm. It's alright. It's just, he went to the wrong place. You know, he applied for the wrong job. They put him in the wrong position. What are they thinking? Alright, let's make a team. So we need to do upgradable, because then that will bring the new troops to the front. Here he is. Put him over there. Upgrade him. See what y'all are saying. Sorry. Morning, Yoke, Sana, Starla, Chad, Sean. Celebrate good times. Oh, yeah. Good morning, Yoke. Yoke says, I found the answer to the pet question. You need 4 pets ascended to level 20 to max out a kingdom. I looked it up on Discord with one of Sana's charts. And you got Paragon? Nice. Good job. So, yeah, that's what I've always said. Like, 3 or 4 pets fully ascended. And it also gradually gets, like, it's not going to be 4 immediately on power 5, you know what I mean? It's going to be 4 when you're going for power 30, right? So it's not that big of a deal. You'll get them, and they give you 2 of them. You know, the faction pet, the epic trial pet, the Wednesday pet, all the holiday pets, the Legends Reborn pets, the campaign pets, the PvP pets. There's just pets and everything in this game, so you're going to get it. And then just all the pet rescues throughout the month, the other 27 days of the month that aren't the Vault event. You got pet rescues where you can choose between 3 different pets. Like, it's better than ever now. But thank you for looking that up, Yoke. Hello, Starla. Yoke says 2nd on Xbox, but ranked 4th or 5th in Guild Wars. Yeah, I always kind of say, you know, we're a top 25 guild. We're also top 25 in Guild Wars, but, you know, I would say the same. But you're number 2, that's awesome. 4th or 5th? Crazy. I'm on PlayStation. We're like top 25 on both. I think like in 24th or something. Or actually, I think we're top 15, and then we're top 25 in Guild Wars. Chad with a deuce, dropping a deuce, dunking it. At lurking, working. What up, Sean? Hello. Beg for mercy, what up? I saw you last night, bro. I was cheering, I was laughing and cheering you on. Alright, so now we gotta fully it. So we got it over there. And now we gotta fully it, so let's do that. This one, let's do some orbs. You know, you do orbs if you have a bunch of orbs, if you already have boss troops and stuff, and you're at the end of the game, there's nothing else to use these orbs on. This is like literally when you use blue orbs is like right here. But if you're earlier in the game, you might have to buy a little higher in the shop to get it fully ascended. Whatever you can do to get it fully ascended, I think, like, let's look at it. So, for it to be fully ascended, it just deals more damage. So it's not super necessary to fully ascend it. If you want to do more damage, you fully ascend it. That's what it is. You still get the same points, though. So if you're doing just fine without fully ascending it, that's okay. So you don't really have to spend extra gems. You don't really have to do orbs. It's just something a high-level in-game player is going to do so they can get do more damage for longer, because we're probably going deeper. The boss is eventually going to survive if you don't have it fully ascended, so we want it to not survive for longer. We want it to get one shot for longer, so we fully ascend. Pretty much fully ascend everything when you're high level anyway, so it's not like anything different. But let's do it. There we go. Just max upgrade and we'll be done. Come on. Kind of slightly redundant, but I don't know how many blue orbs I need until I know how many blue orbs I need, so. Alright, so his name is Cinerus. We like that. Maybe he's part of our crew. He's one of our minions. Cinerus. Cinerus is a sinner. One with the choir. It's from Cine Mirage. But yeah, he has all the skull stuff, which is unfortunate. I wish this was an invasion troop, not a raid troop. And I think that's a smart thing to say. Like, wouldn't it be cool if that was an invasion troop? Alright, base rarity now. We're dealing with a Suncrest Restrictione. The weapons, also Suncrest. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna have like, you know, 3 enemies and then the raid boss. Just make the best team we can make, I guess. Macaulay Culkin here, deals damage to all enemies, boosted by freeze gems. If there's a storm, deal double damage, then create 3 freeze gems. Okay, Phoenicia, do damage to all enemies. If there is a firestorm, deal double damage. She does more damage, and this is kind of like a Phoenicia almost, you know? It's just Phoenicia with the almost opposite colors. It's kind of like when they put in Zarg. They had Ferrocafru and Zarg, and they kind of did the same things almost, and they were just different colors. It's almost like Kukulkan and Phoenicia are really similar. They both use red, but Kukulkan's doing blue and purple. Phoenicia's got green and yellow. They're really similar. She just does slightly more damage. Looks like. Boosted by freeze gems. She's boosted by red gems, which is way easier too. So Phoenicia is better than Kukulkan, just looking at them together. We got Queltzama, who's a good one for Suncrest. Nice and synergetic with the rest of the restriction. So we might do Queltzama. Ruby Wrath's pretty good. If you just want to blow them down with damage, we could do that too. U-Haul to settle in. Does scatter damage boosted by purple. Another one if there's a storm. Create 4 yellow gems, convert all yellow gems to purple. It's not bad. Could do some loopy business, maybe. So I'm liking our options kind of so far. Like all of these are if you want to choose one and just go all in on it, like you could probably do any one of these so far. At least for a little bit. High Priestess Chaska, if you don't have all those mythics, would probably be okay. Queen Zachi's a really good option. And you can get it in the underworld, so that might be our low-level team. We got Egress here, who I do have shiny level 3, so I do like to use it sometimes. We got Harpy Mage, really good mana generator. I think we're going to use Harpy Mage, so I think I'm going to throw that over there. Just, we have Explode Potion, we have Enchant Potion. You know, Ecottl's better when you don't have that, but Harpy Mage is better when you do have that, usually. I'm going to go Harpy Mage here. So we got 2 troops. We just kind of got to choose our damage dealer. And, yeah, we got 1 damage dealer just for the boss. And then we need something that's going to finish off the other 3 enemies. I might just do Ruby Wrath. I mean, that's nice that it could loop back into itself and everything. Scatter damage, though. It's going to do, like, 25 damage to each enemy. But it does get boosted a little bit. And then it can loop back into itself. I don't know. I'm really feeling like Ruby Wrath is the way to go early. It does the most damage. It has a chance for an extra turn. I think I'm going to do that for now. We need lots of damage, because we have lots of mana generation. We have something that can kill the boss, and then... So we need lots of damage, too. So I'm going to go Ruby Wrath, I think, for now. Weapon! Alright. We need to cover some more colors, pretty much. We got yellow covered, brown covered, red covered, but that's it. So I'd really like a weapon that almost uses none of those. So let's see if that's even possible. Yellow, red, brown. Okay, Nimbus Bow, but we would have to make ourselves a Strix. Okay, look, the new weapon. The new weapon is good for this. Let's upgrade it. Have anything cool? Not really. But we'll do it anyway. It's perfect for this team. It's blue and purple, and it explodes yellow, which everything on the team uses. So everything on the team is Suncrest. Everything on the team uses yellow. And this weapon is a blue-purple, which we're not using yet. So, checks every box. It's awesome. And now we can put it wherever we want. Like, we could put Ruby Wrath in first. Put Harpy Mage in, like, last. Probably do... Let's really protect that weapon. Probably do like that. Now we could summon if we need it. If they somehow get through a 55 skull reduction Ruby Wrath, then we can summon something in. Alright, let's do it. Let's go with that for the high level team. Alright, so let's make our banner first. We got a bunch of yellow, but we also kind of want to touch that weapon a little bit too. We're missing green, so let's start there. We got a bunch of yellow. I might just do this. I've been doing that a lot lately. Like if my main, well, Harpy Mage is going to get everything up though pretty quick. We might not have to do that in this situation. Yeah, let's go all in on I guess let's do yellow brown if we can. Oh yeah, Guardian banner. All right, class. You know, if you're using like Nimbus Bow or the Plume, you want to make sure you're Stormcaller class, but you're also not going to have a 50% start. Or you can make like a Red Storm for this if you want, but once again, you're probably not going to have a 50% start. Like yellow classes and red classes don't have 50% starts normally. So I might go with like Titan. Just drop some brown for Harpy Mage. Harpy Mage is going to be our main way of getting stuff up. I don't know if it even... Yeah, it'll be alright. I was thinking about Ruby Wrath Storm. I guess we could use its Storm, though. We could use the Red Storm. Instead of, like... But Harpy Mage is going to make a Dust Storm anyway. And override it. So, let's just do Titan. What are we using? We're using, I don't even know what the new weapon is. Hammer or mace? It might be a mace. I don't know. Ooh, we can get 1 magic for our yellow allies. Can do a Dust Storm. Rock Solid. We don't need Bloodthirsty. Let's do bonus Brown. Fortitude. Alright, so here's my high-level team. Ruby Wrath, Cinerus, Windfall, Harpy Mage. See how it goes. Dun, dun. Nah, I haven't gone over the Soulforge yet. I always do the guild event teams first, because I figure that's... I guess the Soulforge might be the thing people come here first for, but, you know, once somebody goes over the Soulforge, like, usually... I'm never the first person to make a video, right? So once somebody goes over the Soulforge, usually I'm probably going to be about the same as what they're saying, most likely, unless they're saying something stupid and crazy. But then teams can be different for sure, and maybe you're looking for... And you know, like, I've been killing it lately with my teams, so I usually do the teams first, but Soulforge is always second, so we'll be getting Soulforge pretty soon. Let's get up Ruby Wrath, cast it, and win. And I'll just show you, like, 4 fights with this one, and then we'll make a mid and a low-level team, and then we'll look at the Soulforge. Alright, come on, Harpy Mage, what's up with you? Or it's second turn, so she's a guaranteed second turn exploder for your team. Which one would be better now? This or this? I'll do that. Alright, all dead, all dead. Alright, 2 more fights and then we'll make a mid, so we'll take off Ruby Wrath and we'll put something else. Probably it's gonna be that. Got the weapon. Got the Ruby. I think Ruby Wrath was one of my first dragons that I ever got. In the entire game, maybe. It was the coolest looking one. And I remember getting it, I think, first. I mean, the proof is out there, so I don't know. I might be wrong. But, I swear it was my first dragon I ever got of this type. And it was the coolest looking one, too, I feel. Like, look at that thing. Freaking cool looking, good. It's the Diamantina Red Dragon. There you go. I think that'll work for quite a while. Even if you have to shoot Ruby Wrath twice, it'd still be pretty quick. Ruby Wrath is pretty hardy, like sturdy. And Cinerus can one-shot the boss. Windfall can summon something else in if you somehow need it. You got lots of mana generation, lots of damage. Let's make a mid-team. It's probably going to be similar, though. Alright, so we cannot use Ruby Wrath on this one. Everybody should have Harpy Mage. Everybody should be using Cinerus, and I think Windfall might be the weapon, so... Just because of its coloration and what color it explodes and everything. I think you probably aren't going to get much better than that. I might only make 2 teams, because... I think the best one to... Well, Queen Zachi's the same colors as Cinerus, which is kind of annoying. She does damage to all enemies, and then will explode 5 gems. 35% chance to summon a Harpy Mage, like, so much good stuff on it. You know, High Priestess Chaska's cool too. But... it's only a little bit more damage than Queen Zachi, and Queen Zachi explodes. This does get boosted by yellow gems, though, so it could be... We do have, like, a lot of mana generation, and not so much... I think she would be safest, though, even though they use the same colors. Bum 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 bum. Right. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like the high level team's a little bit better, like, way better than this one, but it's either Queen Zachi or High Priestess Chaska for real. Like, nothing else that isn't a mythic is that good. Unless you want to do Egress, maybe, but that's like shooting things one thing at a time and hoping you loop. But we got a summon here, we got a summon on this, like, we got a summon here, there's a lot of summon on this, so you're not going to lose. Like, Queen Zachi has a 35% chance to summon a Harpy Mage when matching 4 or more gems, so if something else on your team happens to get, you know, sniped, you can summon that in. If she goes down, we can summon something with this. And then this also has a summon on it, 25% chance to summon a Blade Wing when an enemy dies. So you have lots of summoning. I think I'm going to go with it. I think it'll be okay. Banner. Probably same thing again. Yeah. So it's same team, except for switch out the Ruby Wrath for the Queen Zachi. And it's a really super accessible team. This is Underworld, this is Underworld, and this is in the shop, both of these. So my new account's going to use this team most likely. If you don't see me using this team tomorrow, then that'll be the new... I don't know. It would kind of be weird if I'm not, so... We'll see, though. You know, low-level players aren't expected to go super-duper far. And if you have, like, Kukulkan, Macaulay Culkin, or Phoenicia, or U-Haul to settle, you could use that instead of Queen Zachi. But this is, you know, my low-level team, I'm not allowed... I don't let myself use mythics, so that's why we got Queen Zachi. And this team is super accessible for everybody. Like, if you don't have any mythics, you could definitely do this one, is the point. Should kill a couple with skulls, why not? I guess I should look at the colors and, like, if I'm deciding which to cast. We should always have a storm, pretty much. We'll do like 4 more fights with it just to make sure it's decent. I don't want to tweak anything. I don't know what metals I'm using. That could be a thing. Probably like Anu and 2 Orpheus from Guild Wars. So I should put on Nisha and Anu and 2 Nisha, probably. Is the what you would use. Just do this. But like lots of... We got an explodey weapon, we got a Harpy Mage getting up, second turn at the latest, we got Queen Zachi casting and exploding. So much mana that even if you have to cast her like 3 times, it'll still be fine because you're going to get her up so fast and easy. Need to change those medals next time, dang it. Alright, here we'll just do this. There she is. Everybody's dead. Alright, let me change those medals real quick before we finish up. I shouldn't have put 3 teams. I only did 2 teams. See, I never know. Sometimes, like, the mid team is so accessible that there's no point of making 3 teams. Alright, 2 more fights, and then we'll get into the Soul Forge. Your chat keeps not updating? Uh-oh. Stormcaller has a 10% start. Yeah. I mean, the Anu would be better than that, you know what I mean? Might as well use an Anu. Anu's 20% start and they don't stack, so... 10%, sometimes that doesn't even register, because... Like, let's say they're a 9 mana cost, it would give you 0 mana. If they're... I think they have to be like 20 mana cost for it to even do anything if it's a 10% start. So like a 10% start doesn't even help anything in the game except for stuff that's 20 mana and up. Something like that, I'm pretty sure. Because they always round down. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 11 mana and up. Because it would help. It would give you like 1 mana, I guess. But it's only 1 mana. So most troops in the game are only going to get 1 mana from a 10% start. Some of them will get 2, but that's about it. There might be like a couple in the game that will get 3 mana. So Anu is probably the lowest I would ever use, like 20% start. Like even the foxes from Volpacchia with the 25% start, those aren't even really enough. Luckily, like, Anu starts everybody on your team with 20%. Like, the Foxes only start themselves with 25%, so it's not as good. At least the Anu is giving everybody on the team, like, that's more mana total. Alright, one more. Just dropped in to say, have a great day. Hey, Ron Nolan, how's it going? It's a hammer. JM Ricks. Give me some love by dropping a like and subscribe. Do it. Beg says, is it accurate Orpheus Metal does not work if weapon is stunned or converted? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, but you have to get stunned first. That was the whole, like, worrying about something that hasn't happened yet thing. You know? So, if they're gonna stun you, usually they're using Elementalist. If they're using Elementalist, you're not gonna get entangled. I mean, you will, but it'll happen at the same time anyway, type stuff. If they're using Elementalist, like, and your whole team gets entangled, you're kind of, or your whole team gets Elementalist, like, you're kind of screwed anyway, no matter what you're using. But yeah, I wasn't super worried about that entangle, and like, I went through 20 fights, and it never killed me. Like, the time I died was to Takshaka looping me with true damage. It wasn't entangle that killed me. So I wasn't, you know, worrying about entangle and submerge. I said at the beginning of the stream, like, you know, if you see it, like, obviously, don't worry about it, like, for every single fight, every 20 fights. Like, you don't build your team to worry about entangle or stun or submerge and then never change it because you're worried about it every single fight. Like, if you see it, yeah, like, if you're scouting the enemy team and you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna get entangled this whole fight, then you would worry about it. But it never happened to me. Like, I got entangled, yes, but then Orpheus cleansed it every single fight, or it didn't matter. I've seen that a lot lately. Like, people weren't over worrying about submerge. That was what it was before now, and now it's over worrying about entangle. Like, I think about it, yes, but I'm not gonna over worry about it for every single fight. And then lose 3 times or 2 times or... Dun, dun, Alright, so there's the other team. So I would do something like this. I think Windfall, Cinerus, Harpy Mage is a good... is like a lock. And then whatever other thing you want to put in there. You don't have to put it in first slot if you don't want to. But I'm just trying to give that Windfall some room to summon. And then the Cinerus we're not going to need until later, so it doesn't need to be in first slot. And then the Harpy Mage is a second turn in power, so it doesn't need to be up high in the team. So I'm just putting my damage dealer in first slot for all those reasons. So that is the raid event. I should probably change the title because I put that I did 3 teams. I only did 2. I'll just put raid boss teams. That's how you do it. Instead of putting 3 raid boss teams, I'll just take out the 3 raid boss teams. If you put 2, then they're like, oh man, there's only 2. Gotta be like that, unfortunately. Alright, let's look at that Soul Forge for Sean and for everybody else. See what's in here. Alright. Got Yushi. Let's look at the mythics first. We got Ghost King Grimhorn, Aldrich the Frostbound, 2 newer mythics that were kind of just ho-hum. Flaming Oni, there you go. There you go. And Yasmin's Chosen. Oldie, but, you know, an oldie. So Flaming Oni's definitely the best one here. Man, you've been getting some really good mythics back to back to back to back. So hopefully either you saved up a ton of diamonds, or you probably shouldn't have enough diamonds right now to craft this. Honestly, like, Ironhawk was in here, so you should have got 2 or 3 of those if you could. And then you had, what was it, Takshaka? So you should have got 2 or 3 of those. You see why I'd say to, like, save up diamonds? Somebody could have spent Somebody out there could have spent 24,000 diamonds in like 1 week. Like whatever it was, a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever it was. Somebody out there could have spent 24,000 diamonds in like the span of a week or two. That's what happens sometimes. That's why you got to save up and skip certain ones and whatnot. And now we have Flaming Oni, which is a top 20, a borderline top 20. It's not like super stamped as a top 20, but probably top 25, definitely top 30. Flaming Oni, really good goblin, extra turn, mana generator, summoner, solid troop. One of my favorites. Definitely the best one in here. 22 green, red, brown, Zhejian, demon, goblin. Summon 3 random goblins, which we love goblins, right? And it's 3. Then explode a bunch of green gems and gain an extra turn. So a mana generating goblin that gets an extra turn. It has a firestorm at the start of battle. It converts 2 red gems to burning gems when my turn begins. It's not super necessary. Like Ironhawk's super necessary, Takshaka super necessary. You know, Kafru is the meta right now. Like those are ones that are super necessary. But once you get those, like this is the next. This is like an A tier mythic right here. Maybe A minus. Pretty good. Borderline top 20. We got Yasmin. I'm going to look at the other two because I don't know. They might be better than Yasmin. But these two are newer. These are ones you could have skipped, maybe, and saved up some keys. Because, I mean, I like Ghost King Grimhorn. He's okay. What's he do? Oh, they're both okay. They're both okay. I always like Stealing Life. But it's boosted by something stupid. And it makes a stupid gem. But it has a 65% skull reduction. So it hits 2 enemies with true damage, steals their life. It boosts off a stupid gem. It does curse and freeze, which is cool. So it's like, this is cool, but then this is cool, but then It's one of those. Like, I wish it had a better third trait. And I wish it boosted off of something other than ghost gems. I wish it hit more than 2 enemies. But it's alright. It's okay. Probably like a C plus or a B minus. Ghost King Grimhorn. True damage to the first 2 enemies, but then it converts all yellow gems to Doom Skulls, which I like. So I think he's better than Aldrich. You can summon a Doomstorm, like if you probably the whole fight with that third trait. He's kind of like Ossifer, honestly. He's kind of like Ossifer, just not as good. He's like a dollar store Ossifer. Which, hey, it's like a dollar store Lamborghini. That's pretty good. So I would say he's probably second. We'll say, so Flaming Oni's definitely the best one in here, but I think Ghost King Grimhorn's number 2. 24 blue, green, red, Drakzum, Undead Dwarf. Deal true damage to the first 2 enemies. Convert all yellow gems to Doom Skulls to boost the effect. So you can get an extra turn off of that if you cast it smartly. If you wait for alignment. So he pretty much has true damage to the first 2 enemies, then hits them with skulls and gets an extra turn. If you do it right. So those first 2 enemies are going to be screwed. They're getting jumped and beat up by Ghost King Grimhorn. Alright, Aldrich or Yasmin now. Let's look at Yasmin again. She just does like damage to all enemies and scatter damage. Boosted by Entangled, create 10 green. They're about the same, I would say. I don't know who's better. They're about the same. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully you craft Flaming Oni or Ghost King Grimhorn and you don't have to decide, because they're pretty similar. They're like very average mythics. Like 10 isn't enough to loop. She boosts off of something stupid, and she does scatter damage, which is weak. But you can entangle the crap out of the enemy team, I guess. And if she does loop, she can hit a couple of times pretty good. But she's an oldie. And then this guy's new. But he could be better, but he's not horrible. No, they're both like C tier mythics, I would say. So definitely try to craft Flaming Oni or Ghost King Grimhorn if you're going to craft something. That's what I would say. Alright, legendaries. See a lot of chat going off. What's up? What's up, dudes? See what y'all are saying real quick before I go over the legendaries. Oh, no problem, Sana. You think it still worked, Beg? I'll have to test it. I don't know. I forget. Tyrion might know. If an Orpheus medal works through stun, like why would stun prevent, does stun prevent metal cleansing? Seems kind of weird. Like why would that affect? So if your hero's stunned, then the rest of your team is not allowed to use the Medal of Orpheus? That's definitely not true, but like can you not cleanse if you're stunned? Like the troop that is stunned can't cleanse off of Orpheus if they're, because stun just takes out your traits. It, like literally what stun means is you can't use your traits. So what does that have to do with medals? But I always trust the source of the information, so I'm not trying to say they're wrong. I'm just, I want it to be explained to me because it doesn't sound correct. But maybe it is. It's kind of weird. Why would they make it so strong that it busts your medals out too instead of just your traits? But I don't know. Mr. Z says, lurking as I struggle to stay awake on a Monday morning. Mountain Dew instead of coffee in the morning is a thing, right? Yeah, Yoke, let's go. My team got you, Paragon. Sana says, I'm that tired of reorganizing TOD and Guild Wars. Some people still don't know how to play TOD. I know, bro. Like, so annoying. Both of them, for real. Like, set a defend in Guild Wars and follow the Scout's advice in Tower of Doom, please. You know? But nobody gets it. I think it's a selfish thing. You know what I mean? I think it's like if you're in a guild and you're in a good guild, you should think about the guild before you think about yourself. Because don't bite the hand that feeds you. Like this guild is giving you so much good stuff and you don't even know it. You're kind of crapping where you sleep. You're kind of biting the hand that feeds you if you're being super selfish and just doing whatever you want all the time and not. You should think about the guild first. Which isn't that hard, and it's not that much. You know, you collect your guild loot, and then you reinvest it into the guild event. And then you do some of the guild event each day. It's not that hard. You don't have to do, like, a lot. You don't have to be first place. And then Guild Wars, just set a defend. Like, one person did bring up, like, a good reason why they didn't set... There's two good reasons why they didn't set Guild Wars defend teams. The first one was there was a bug, which Anita said she couldn't set a defend because of a bug. But the second excuse was that they were not confident in their defend team, and they were worried, like if they set a defend team, that the enemy would just run right over it, and it wouldn't matter. Like they didn't want to be they didn't want to be an easy win for the enemy, which I kind of understand that one. But I still think setting a defend so your whole guild can get a morale bonus, like the amount of times that somebody's gonna face your team. Probably going to be minuscule, you know, like 3 or 4 people maybe. Because they have to choose your location first of all, and then they'd have to roll your battle. So it's only going to happen a few times, and they would probably win anyway. Most people don't lose unless they're fighting Takshakas or the Palace or something like that. So, you know, I get it. I get why that person had that thought, and that was their reason for not setting a defend. But just think of it like they're probably going to win anyway, whether they face a good team or not. So it doesn't really matter. And then, how often are they actually going to fight your team? Not that many people. And of the 3 or 4 or 5 people that fight your team, like, they probably would have won either way, whether they fought your team or not. Like, worst case scenario, they got 1 extra win because they fought your team. But on the other hand, if you set a defend, then you get more of a morale bonus. Like, if your whole guild sets defends, then you get plus 300% if your guild wins for the day. That's the other thing. So it's kind of a conundrum, like a... Well, if I set my defend and it's weak, then the enemy gets another win. But if I set my defend, we get a higher morale bonus, but then we have to win. So we want the enemy to lose. So if I put my team in there, then they're going to win. But I kind of want to, you know, I want the morale bonus, but we have to win to get the morale bonus. So it's a little bit of a conundrum, but just think of it like they're probably going to win anyway. You kind of have to just score higher than the enemy guild. You're not really, it's not like, oh, let's get you know, go undefeated and have the enemy lose like a bunch of fights. It's not usually how it goes, honestly. It's like when we win all of our fights, let's score higher than them winning all their fights. That's more of the way to think of it. It's not really exactly how it goes, but that's how I think of it. Like, we're going to try to score higher than them. We're not going to try to, like, get more wins than them. Like, we're both going to get a bunch of wins, and we're just going to do better. That's kind of how I think of it. Too many people think of it like, I have to win on defense. Just, like, make them score less, you know? Like, do a team that gives them some trouble so they don't score as many points. You're probably not going to win on defense. It's really hard. So I wouldn't worry about it. Just set a team. You know, do your best. Like, don't set a weird team. I mean, a weird team's better than nothing, but... Anyway, that was interesting that that was their reason. Tyrion says Flaming Oni is great with new campaign, PvP Immortal too. Oh yeah, the Goblin, I saw that. Perfect time to pick one up. Mr. Z says, Tyrion, you're my gold standard for someone who does entirely too much every day in this game. How many PvP battles have you done? There's a dude in my bracket with 800 battles already. He says, I don't know why these people go this hard in PvP. I'm sure, like you, they don't need the resources. I think some people are sharing accounts and stuff, honestly. I know Tyrion probably isn't. Well, he might be. I mean, he probably wouldn't say if he was. Like, your son could play. I'm definitely not accusing you of that. I'm just saying that I wouldn't even frown upon it, for real. If somebody in my household wanted to play my account, like, everybody else does it. It's kind of like Barry Bonds and Mark McGuire, and you got to even the playing field. Tyrion says, I will do my 6 to 10k minimal tonight after work. My goal is to try and reach top 3 and let that dictate how hard I push. With the new season, I'll try for 100 to 200 feet. Okay. Sean says, I made the mythic that costs the cards and 1,000 souls to craft. That's good. You should make those. Get them done. Get them out of the way. Was that Zathenos or something? What was it? You know the name? GM being the main one. If they don't need books, they can buy the new mythic. They're talking a lot about the VP and stuff. Tyrion says, I think T said Orpheus is added as an extra trait, so it would be stunned. I don't know that that's true, but confirm on T stream tonight. I'll ask if nothing else. Okay, cool, thanks. Yeah, I just want to know for sure, because Bag asked. It never hurt me, though. That's all I'm saying. Like, I went 19-1. I'm 197-3. I got Paragon twice out of 3 times. Like, I think it's over worrying about a negative stats effect sometimes. But he's also on PC Mobile, which is way harder. So let's say that too. Like, PC Mobile is like the major leagues. Like, sorry to PlayStation and Xbox and Switch and all that, sorry, but it's true. Like, I'm not even on PC Mobile, I'm on PlayStation, so I'm talking about myself here. PC Mobile is the major leagues. Like, all the best people are over there. I mean, there's lots of good people on PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch, but there's way more of the elite on PC and mobile. Alright, Legendary, sorry. We got Yushi, Dragon Knight Amira, Prometheus, or Pyrophemus, sorry. And Kraken. Nothing jumping out at me. Kraken's an oldie that used to be meta, but no longer. So it's not like something you... Pyro... This one kind of sucks. This one I don't use too much. It's not horrible, though. Yushi. This one's okay, it's just a little slow. So yeah, you really shouldn't craft any of these legendaries. I think if I had to put them in order, I would say probably Yushi, then Kraken, then Dragon Knight Amira. It's like Yushi, Dragon Knight Amira, Kraken, and Pyrophemus is last. Something like that. Alright, weapons. Windfall, you should get this in the guild event, the raid event. It's just better value than getting it here. If I don't mention it, it's always here. Golden Talon is an explodey for Strix. That's a pretty good one. Feather Strike is poop. Doomsai is doo-doo. Staff of Storms is good. It might be one of the best explodies for this Soulforge here. If you're gonna get one, you might want to get Staff of Storms. Really good. Blade of Morning is Blade of Doo-doo. Javelin is poopy. Plume Staff is a tool for your tool belt. If you have all the explodies, you might as well get this one next. Nimbus Bow is better than Plume, so scratch what I just said. If you have all the explodies, you should get this one next. And it's also the weapon for finesse. So if you want to do the Guardian triple finesse, like Nimbus Bow team, you should get it. Like, it's really not, like, on my new account, like, I haven't been able to use the Guardians like I always thought I would. You know, last new account playthrough, we figured that out. This one, we're like, okay, we already know this, so we're not gonna, like... But, yeah, this week I'll be getting it. I'll probably get Nimbus Bow on my new account. That way I could... Like, if you're low level, you might want to get Nimbus Bow. That way you can do the triple finesse Nimbus Bow team. If you're high level and you somehow don't have the explodies and Nimbus Bow, you should probably get an explodey like the Staff of Storms. So depending on what level you are, would be which weapon you would get. You probably don't need triple finesse anymore if you're like high level. But if you're low level, it'd still be a really good team. So I might get Nimbus Bow. Unfortunately, it's stupid yellow. Isn't it yellow? Oh no, good, it's not yellow. I always think it's yellow. So that's a good weapon for me to get on my new account. Light Sword is light poop. That's it, right? So yeah, I would get Nimbus Bow or Staff of Storms. And if you have both of those, get the other explodey weapons. And if you have all that, get the Plume Staff. And if you have all of that, just craft something for collection purposes. As long as you have enough jewels and everything. Just get one. Alright, so that's Soulforge. So we did the raid event, we did the Soulforge. We need to go do the shop now. We already got our Spoils of War, we already got the troop, but let's look at the troop and look at the trait stone. 12 green, red, Suncrest, Strix. Its name is Casserix. Deal damage to an enemy and inflict bleed. If they are already bleeding, deal double damage. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's going to be... He looks like a dork, a nerd. He's not very good. Like, there's so many other things you could use that, like underworld troops and stuff like that, you could get just as easy and are way better. So, I don't know. I don't like it. I'd rather have Stonesong Eerie troops than this. Get Queen Zachi and Harpy Mage, and why would you use this guy, you know? But it does come in with green-red trait stones. It is another fully ascended, easy to fully ascend troop from Suncrest, so you should get it, just don't expect to use it. We got green-red trait stones, so like with my new account, I'm going to get a bunch of these trait stones that I probably need. So let's go, and you can get more if you want. You can keep going. Like, let's say you need a bunch. There you go. It's just glory that you're using. It's not like gems or gold or something like that. It's just glory. And that's what your glory's for. Let's go see what troops we can fully ascend, or fully trait, sorry, with that trait stone. Because my new account is interested in this, for sure. Alright, let's see. I'm doing this for myself now, pretty much. Kronos has the enchant all allies when I get an extra turn. Lord of Slaughter, Savage Strike. Remember that the mythics don't always use the stone, like, because there's 3 colors, but you know, you could look at them just in case. Like King Aberon, it would be a really good one to fully trait if you have it. That way you have a 50% start for Fae. Make sure you have King Aberon. Everybody that's watching right now should have King Aberon fully traded after this live stream, if they don't already have it. Even Kurg the Dread has like that weird 5% chance to devour and skull damage. Might as well, if you're ever going to use it. Foxfire King has a Fairy Fire. That's one I should probably get on my new account. And yeah, I mean, King Aberon, Foxfire King, Spider Throne. Spider Throne's a good empowered converter. Those would be the ones. Egg Thief, if you want everything on her. Stealthy, Agile. I don't even know if she needs Arcanes, but... Anyway. Make sure you have King Aberon. Make sure you have Foxfire King. Make sure you have Spider Throne. All fully traded. It wouldn't be too hard to get them all fully traded with that trade stone with Glory in the shop. Alright, I always forget to do this, but we got Event Key Drop Table, Suncrest. I don't think it's very good, but we'll see. Base Rarity, Suncrest. So, Event Keys only give you troops from the Kingdom of the Week. The Kingdom of the Week changes every week, because it's called the Kingdom of the Week. And this week, it's Suncrest. So right now, if you open event chests, event key chests, you're only going to get Suncrest troops. It's a good way to target specific troops. Instead of opening Glory keys, and Gem keys, and Guild Seal keys, and VIP keys, which have everything in the drop table, hundreds and hundreds and thousands of troops, you can narrow it down to just a specific kingdom, and save your event keys for, oh, Adana, oh, Zolkeri, oh, Takshaka, oh, Farrakafru. You could do that. But you really got to save them for something, like one thing. Like, save your event keys for one thing. Don't just be opening every kingdom. Like, I want Takshakas. I'm going to save up until I see Mist of Scales. I want Ironhawk. I'm going to save all my event keys until I see Adana. I want whatever. I'm going to save them all up until then. That's what you should do. You don't just open event keys. That's the one key that you don't just open whenever you want if you're a beginner. You save them up. That and shiny keys. Show all. Alright, here we go. So it's not like too bad, but you have to be elite, an elite kingdom, to have me recommend throwing event keys at it. So, you know, Macaulay Culkin here. You got Phoenicia, who used to be meta. Queltzama, who's quite useful for Suncrest and Strix and stuff. Can't get Ruby Wrath. You got U-Haul to Settle. I don't know if that's in the event key drop table yet. Guess we could look. I need to say thanks to DC real quick. But yeah, so Macaulay Culkin, Phoenicia, Queltzama, U-Haul to Settle. They're all solid. They're all okay. But, I mean, if you get a Mythic in this kingdom, I mean, I don't like Zillipochli so much. But you're probably going to get an okay one if you get one. But, like I said, event keys are hard to come by, and you got to save them for, like, have something in mind that you're saving them for. Don't just be like, ooh, look, you know, Suncrest. I don't have those. Like, don't do that. Like, save for something specific. High Priestess Chazka. You know, like, you can get Harpy Mage and Queen Zachi from the Underworld, and you can get Ruby Wrath from an egg, like... So, you know, you never see me using Kokolkin and Phoenicia and U-Haul to Settle and Zillipochli, right? I don't really use these. Sometimes I'll use this, and sometimes I'll use that, but... Yeah, I would keep saving. But it's not horrible, it's not horrible. It's kind of like White Helm. Might be top 10, but it's not top 5. It's okay. Alright, what else is going on this week, everybody? Do you know? What else is going on this week? I'm looking for... The calendar's kind of wrong, right? It says, like, Journey this week. Or no. It says, Journey this week, but it's not. So just know if you're looking at the calendar, like, the guild event is wrong, I think. I think it needs to get moved down, like, once or something, maybe? I don't know. But it's a raid event this week for the guild event. We got a Suncrest week. Suncrest, Underspire, Epic Trials, Weapons in the Soul Forge, Event Key Drop Table, Glory Shop Troop. On Tuesday, it's Stonesong Eerie because of Suncrest. On Wednesday, we have Alabridge. The pet, like the little, rainbow dog. This guy. Come on, game. Little rainbow doggy right there, if you can see that. On Thursday, we have Stormcaller class event. And this weekend, we have an expanded faction for Sea of Sorrow, right? Yeah, Sea of Sorrow. So we'll get a 6th troop for Sea of Sorrow this weekend. So my new account's going to up the horde level and quality of Stonesong Aerie. And then if I have enough gold and treasure and stuff, I'll up the horde level and quality of Sea of Sorrow. So I'm going to do those events. That's what's going on this week. Also, we got a new PvP season, so we got to go over that. No. We should probably do that now, right? Let's go check it out. All right, let me read the blurb first that they put out. Latest news, Season of Mischief begins. New PvP season begins. A brand new PvP season begins today. Earn rewards from the Season of Mischief Pass and play PvP battles to complete goals during this season. Just a reminder that when the season starts, all VP will be reset to 0. People love that. People do. Alliance ranks will be updated to reflect this. You will not be able to earn gold marks from region bonuses until you rank up again. People love that too. Alright, we got a new Immortal. Featured Immortal Trogolin? Trogolin? Can we see him? Oh no, maybe not. There he is. Immortal Trogolin. So he's a 26 blue, green, red Zacian Goblin. He deals true damage to 3 random enemies, boosted by Wish Gems. If used in Broken Lands, deal double damage, then gain an extra turn. Gain an extra turn. Gain an extra turn. Well, what happens then? I don't know. Like, when does he get an extra turn? It says gain an extra turn. It doesn't say then. I don't know how to, like, what happens with this card? I don't get it. Gain an extra turn? I don't understand. That's weird. I've never seen that before. Create a wish gem when my turn begins. Invulnerable. Pretty good, pretty good. Are people calling this like the new best is this like the, or is this the one they're saying is the new like best immortal in the game? I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I think it's good. I think it's probably like top 3. I'm sitting here splitting hairs, sorry, you know. I think Ossifer's still better, just honestly. I mean, this is an automatic extra turn, which is better, but if you wait and cast Ossifer at the right time, it also gets an extra turn. Ossifer hits all enemies instead of just 3. Ossifer does Doom Skulls on top of that, and Ossifer can get an extra turn too if you cast it at the right time. So, is this one new? Is this the best immortal? It's debatable. It's debatable. Yeah, Ossifer might be the best still. I don't know about that. I don't know. Like, let's think about it, right? I'm not sure. I'm not saying anybody. Yeah. Maybe it's the other one. What's the other one? Immortal Meritus. Deal scatter damage boosted by web gems. So it's definitely not that one. So it must be this one that people are saying is the new best. I mean, that's a good thing to say, but is it true? Create a wish gem when my turn begins. Create a wish gem when my turn begins. That's kind of cool, I guess. It's not as good as, like, the other gems. That's not just going to match, right? That's just going to go on the board, and then you have to blow it up. It's like with Takshaka, it can match right away. Like Emberclaw can match right away. Like Kafru explodes, Zargs explode. So it's nothing to do with that, right? Because the Wish Gem's not going to... Oh, but you get an extra turn. Okay. I see what they're saying. But you have to cast it. You have to cast it. And you have to get 26 mana. It's putting Wish Gems on the board every turn. But remember, those those can backfire too. They're not like automatic. Wish Gems aren't like automatically good all the time. You could hit them and like give mana to the entire enemy team. It's not always a good thing. It's just, it's nice, but you could also give full mana to the entire enemy team. That's how they work. They're random. You blow up a Wish Gem this could happen, that could happen, or that can happen. And one of the things that can happen is, like, everybody gets full mana, you and the enemy. So I'm just comparing it to Ossifer for real. Ossifer hits all enemies, and you know exactly who it's going to hit for true damage. It's not 3 random enemies. And then Ossifer changes... Can't you choose, too? Convert all gems of a chosen color. So that's going to happen more often than not, because you can choose whatever color you want. Then you deal true damage to all enemies. It curses and stuns, too. I think this one's still better, y'all. But I get it. Like, that one, we're splitting hairs here. Like, that one might be number 2. This one might be the second best Immortal. It probably is. I'm going to say he's number 2. Like, in my opinion, I still think Ossifer's number 1, and this one's number 2. But maybe there's something I'm missing. Sometimes I'm not looking at all angles, and, like, maybe there's some weird angle that I'm not thinking about. But 3 versus everything. Curse and Stun versus a Wish Gem. You know, this guy has an automatic extra turn versus Ossifer, who you kind of just have to cast at the right time to get an extra turn. Ossifer has all that extra skull damage on top of his true damage. So I still think it's Ossifer, but this guy might be number 2, so it's really close. Hey, we got a really good new Immortal. That's what I should be saying, not trying to like cause drama. All right, so featured Immortal Trogolin, and that's a good thing. That means that we're gonna get it. Like, we don't have to like buy anything to get it. Like, we're gonna get it, right? So if we go here, he's there. So we're getting him. Pretty much, right? Or do you have to buy? Is this the one you have to buy? Nah, you get it for free. So this one's the one you get for free. So that's awesome. I like that we're gonna get it. We don't have to, like, with Ossifer we had to get lucky to get it. This one we're getting for real, for sure. Featured Immortal is Trogolin. Immortal Trogolin is the featured Immortal during the Season of Mischief. Earn her, okay, it's a woman. Earn her Immortal Souls from the Season Pass and Gold Season Pass goals. You will also be able to earn Immortal Souls for her in Burning Chests. Once the season ends, he will only be available in Burning Chests. They're saying he and she, so I can't tell. First of all, they say the extra turn. They're all over the place. I mean, I'm not exactly stumbling and bumbling and stuttering my word. I do that too, so I can't talk, but this is here for everybody to see, and all they had to do was, like, proofread it. Gain an extra turn. And is it a he or a she? Because in the same little paragraph, he called it a her and a he. So I'm not sure. Does it matter? No, but you're being confusing. It's really ugly no matter what it is. Looks like a frog. Once the season ends, he will only be available in Burning Chests. New Immortal Weapon, Trogolin's Flame Knife. Deal true damage to an enemy and burn them. If Immortal Trogolin is on my team, explode 4 Wish Gems. That's cool. But then you have to use that knife with Trogolin, and you can't use something else. And the knife is 20 yellow. It's straight yellow. Just kind of annoying. But it does go with it decently. Wield Trogolin's Flame Knife in PvP battles. Level Trogolin up to unlock and upgrade this weapon. And the weapon's kind of hard to get too, right? You gotta level up pretty high. Not like super high, but like level 7 or something. New Immortal Pet, Trogolin's Innocybe. Trogolin's Innocybe. +1 skill bonus, Immortal Trogolin. Immortal Trogolin's pet is his Innocybe. Level Trogolin up to unlock and upgrade this pet. New Immortal in Burning Chest, Immortal Meritus. That's, where's it at? Right here. It's kind of the, what's the one that webs all enemies? You guys know the one I'm talking about, the mythic. Kind of like that, almost. Immortal Meritus, Valkyrie Monster Immortal. Its spell is Web of Pain. Deal true scattered damage boosted by web gems. If used in Garyon, deal double damage. It's indestructible. It has Awakened Silken Weave, which is create 3 web gems when my turn begins. Sounds more annoying than anything. Like, it's not one that I would want to use unless I'm using it in Garyon. And I definitely don't want to fight against it, because I don't want to get... Like, I don't fear web, but web is annoying. Immortal Meritus is a new immortal that will be going into burning chests as part of the Season of Mischief. Earn their immortal souls from burning chests and level them up to unlock their immortal weapon, Meritus's Grimoire, and their immortal pet, Meritus's Spiderling. Alright, we got the Mythics and the Legendaries in the shop. Mythic and the Legendary. Right here. So... this one is the Mythic. He looks like a... you think a Mythic would look way cooler than that. He looks kind of like he rode the little bus or something. I don't know. 24 blue, red, brown, Wild Plains Wargear. Deal heavy splash damage to an enemy and a random enemy. If an enemy dies, gain my mana back. Woo, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Deal heavy splash damage to an enemy and a random enemy. So that could hit every single enemy if you're lucky. And then if they die, you get all your mana back. Now the enemy still gets a turn after that, but the very next turn you get to cast it again, which is almost... It's not as good as an extra turn, but it's close. It's kind of like, you know, you have an empowered troop and then you have a swift troop. This is like the swift to an extra turn. Having all your mana just ready to go. You could kill, like, you're gonna kill them and then kill them again. I kind of like this thing. I would definitely not recommend. I'm not like, don't get too excited. You're not gonna buy it. You're not gonna with gold marks, but it's not bad. I mean, you have to like kill with it though. It's kind of, maybe it's more like a Ubistet, a Wolf-Garrick, a Scorpius. You're probably gonna have to knock them down a little bit just so you can kill. And then you're gonna have all your mana for the next turn to make sure they're dead. So I don't know. Like, maybe I'm a little too excited, but because it's kind of like I think it's more like an Ubistet, a Scorpius, one of those. So not like a B tier maybe, but that's cool. I like it. I like that spell. That's a cool spell. I haven't seen a spell like that before. Pretty much hit all enemies, and if something dies, you get all your mana back, and then you can do it again. Like, that's not as good as Chrysanthrax, or Stellaryx, or Maelstrom Dagonet, or Zul'Goth, or anything like that, but I think it's almost as good as, like, Ubistet, Wolf-Garrick, you know, those. Kinda. But yeah, never, ever buy these here. Like, you should get books instead. Like, it's just smart. You're thinking of your future. You're not being short-sighted and FOMO. Like, you gotta be something wrong with you if you get this thing, or you got tons of gold marks and you're crazy. I don't know. This one's Saronia, Blackhawk Merfolk, 16 blue, purple. Charm and submerge an enemy. If they are already submerged, there's a 50% chance to kill them. Otherwise, steal life from them. Charm and submerge an enemy. They are already submerged. There's a 50% chance to kill them. Otherwise, steal life from them. Oh, I kind of like that one, too. You're going to do damage to a couple of enemies, and then you're going to do true damage. So it's kind of like doing true damage to something, and then doing physical splash damage. With the charm, you know, the charm. And then you could kill them. But they have to already be submerged. So, it's like a better Captain McCall. But Captain McCall has 50% start for rogues, so. They're both, I like them both. I kind of like them. They're interesting. They're probably not going to be meta, but they're both interesting. I like that they came up with like interesting spells for them. So, they're cool. They're interesting. 2 interesting troops in there. Cool spells for once. Not just the same old, like, rinse and repeat, copy-paste troops. What do they say about those? Gore Murktooth. A new seasonal mythic has appeared in the PvP shop. It requires 150,000 VP for the season to unlock and can be purchased for 2,500 gold marks. Only one copy can be purchased per season. Once the campaign ends, this mythic will only be able to be crafted in the Soul Forge via the weekly rotation of mythics. So that's where I'm going to get it, with diamonds eventually. Saronia. A new seasonal legendary has appeared in the PvP shop. It requires 150,000 VP for the season to unlock and can be purchased for 1,500 silver marks. Only 6 copies can be purchased per season. Once the campaign ends, this legendary will only be able to be crafted in the Soul Forge via the weekly rotation of mythics. Well, it's not a mythic, so the weekly rotation of legendaries. You guys have a lot of typos this week. You have a lot of typos these week. Gems of Wart. Gems of Wart, you have a lot of typos these week. Alright, what else is there? Let's look around a little bit more, and then we'll go make an Underspire team, and that's probably it for today. We had some early train business, but I think it's petered out a little bit. Did it peter? I think it petered off. Did it peter out? Sauna and Chad out there working on it. Appreciate it. Sliding it in sideways. They want to buy their scratchers, their smokes, their brewskis, their tidy whities, their fireworks so bad, but right now they can't go in yet. They're trying to see if they have enough on their card. They're calling the number, they're putting in the numbers, like putting in their secret password. Sitting in the car debating on whether or not they should buy scratchers and brewskis and smokes and fireworks and tidy whities. But yeah, let's look around a little bit here before we take off to something else. Let's grab this. Maybe I can get something with my burning marks for fun. Ooh. Hold on. Okay. Immortals, we already looked at all this, yeah. Burning chests, what's in here? I got Lucifer, Koamani, and Celine, so who cares? But the featured Immortal is Trogolin. It is the second best one. Should you? Should you maybe? If you have Ossifer, you should probably keep opening... If you don't have Ossifer, you should probably keep opening regular burning chests. But if you already have Ossifer, maybe you should open this one until you get this guy to like a certain point. Like you probably want to have him fully traded and at least. I almost want to open these. Like I can open 2 of these. What do you guys think about that? Like shouldn't you, if the second best Immortal, has a 41% chance, if you have a 41% chance to get the second best Immortal, I think you should do it. It'll be featured the whole 11 weeks, too. That's freaking cool. Peter Eater. So, I think I would do it, but I might wait and see, like, how much I get for free. Yeah. Yeah. Wait until there's other good Immortals on the other thing. You're right. I'm glad I didn't do it, like, right away. That's a good idea. So what you want to do is wait until, like, Ossifer is over here with the weekly, or Fernax or something. Wait until there's better, like, in the other 3. So it says featured Immortal Troglodyte, and then right next to it, it says weekly Immortal Lucifer, Immortal Komani, Immortal Celine. I'd rather have that say, like, Immortal Ossifer, Immortal Fernax, Immortal Glacia, or Celine or something. So I'm going to wait till there's better ones over there, then I'll do it. I don't want the FOMO. It almost got me. You're right. It never gets me. It almost got me. And we already looked in here, right? Some pets. I need to look at these pets a little closer. Keep forgetting to get them and stuff. It won't even let me go over because I don't have enough VP or something. Like, it won't let me go look at... Oh, wait. Here it is. I'm dumb. I was freaking out over nothing. Alright, that's about it. Let's go make an Underspire team, and then I gotta pee. I'm drinking so much water, and my old body can't handle it. My middle-aged body can't handle it. I'm early mid-game, and like I'm in my new account, I'm like the same in real life. Like where I'm at on my new account playthrough, that's where I'm at IRL. I'm like early mid-game. I guess, I don't know. Maybe mid-game for sure. I don't know. Definitely not late mid-game though. But I'm early mid-game in real life, and I gotta pee. I've been going every stream though, so I'm trying not to this time. Okay, what do we do here, everybody? We have to use Suncrest weapons once again. It's pretty much the same thing as the raid event. You can take your raid event team, just do this, honestly. Like, this is so easy. Go to your raid event. You already made a raid event team, right? You don't do Underspire before the raid event, do you? Just go here, grab whatever team you got. Like I had Ruby Weapon, or Ruby Wrath. Just grab this team, right? And copy it. And then bring it over to the Underspire. It's one of those weeks. I'm not even just doing this because I gotta pee. This is what you would do anyway, except for you take this off. So you take this guy off. Oops. Hold on. Oh, we stop it. Paste team first, dummy. And then take this off. And now you have most of your team there. We have lots of mana generation. We could put another damage dealer if we want. We could do Macaulay Culkin. We could do Phoenicia. We could do Queltzama. We could do U-Haul to settle. We could do High Priestess Chaska. We could do Queen Zachi. Maybe we do Queen Zachi since we literally took off a... Probably just want anything that uses different colors for real. Phoenicia would be good. Sometimes I do Phoenicia and Ruby Wrath together. Pretty good together. I think I'm going to do it. And unfortunately in the Underspire you do not have potions. So we're going to have to put Harpy Mage up there. Still works out though because Ruby Wrath can still catch brown. Phoenicia can still catch green. Like we're good to go. We could even like put this further down because it has nothing... like this has lots of skull mitigation, so I think that's the move. Our banner is still pretty good, right? We should probably do yellow-red now. Actually, we need to get... yeah, let's do yellow-red, yellow-red. We got yellow, red, brown, purple, blue. We have every single freaking color. So, we definitely don't want to minus yellow or red. Let's just see what our options are. We can minus brown, which no, because that's our main damage dealer. Probably gonna have to minus Phoenicia. I mean, we could minus the weapon. Like, Harpy Mage is probably gonna be fine to get up everything on its own still. We could minus the weapon, but we're not gonna need... Ruby Wrath's gonna take care of all the killing for quite a while. So I think this is the move. Maybe once you get deeper, you would minus a color on your weapon. But I think for the early fights, Phoenicia is just there for backup. We probably won't even need her till later. Let's do that. What about our class? Like, we don't need Titan as bad. I could do, like, Bard, or... We could do, like, Archmagus just to help our weapon get up. We could... I think I'm gonna do Archmagus, honestly. 50% start, extra purple. I mean, that only helps our weapon, but I feel like Harpy Mage is going to take care of everything else. There might be a better class to do. Just whatever class you think. I'm going to do this for now. Titan would still be decent because of Harpy Mage and Ruby Wrath and Rock Solid and Deluge and all that. You could just stick with Titan if you want. And then if you don't have Ruby Wrath or Phoenicia, you would probably do, like... Queen Zachi and, what's her face? The other one. Or 2 Queen Zachis would be fine. We need yellow and red. Pee the bed. There we go. We got tons of damage. We got lots of mana generation. Like, Underspire is never super fast, so it's not like this is slow or anything. It just is what it is. Get your free lantern no matter who you are. This is kind of like getting the new troop, getting the spoils of war in the glory shop, getting the spoils of war in the shop, and getting the new troop in the shop. You should also get the free lantern in the Underspire. Like, it's a for sure thing that everybody should do. Like, just fight one fight and get the lantern, even if you're not planning on going past that. Like, my new account isn't really doing the Underspire yet. It's going to start doing it soon, though. So I might as well have more lanterns. Lanterns carry over, so get your free lantern like Tyrion mentioned a long time ago. Was a good idea. Okay, so here we want to see, do we have more like red, yellow, and brown, or do we have more just straight up yellow? So there's only 6 red, so I think we're going to go with the sure thing. And also get a buff. This thing buffs Suncrest, so this thing, we do get a buff on our dragon. The whole team gets a buff except for our hero, but it's there to support everybody else, not do stuff for itself. It's kind of like being in a good guild. You're not just there for yourself. Alright, like one more fight, then I gotta go. Can't hold it no longer. And I probably shouldn't. You got the purple? Or no? You got red, sorry. Colorblind too. Need to look at those colors better. If there was like a ton of whatever green on the board, I could have cast it on Phoenicia instead. Like right now. Look at your colors. There's lots of brown, you know? So try to do Ruby Wrath. I mean, there's also lots of blue. There's lots of blue and purple. So it'd probably be safer to cast on our weapon. Because there's only 5 yellow and 6 red. I mean, it probably doesn't matter too much, but look, glance at it quickly at least to see what colors are the most on the board. So we see, like, there's a lot of brown, but there's also 13 blue and 9 purple. So it might be safer to make sure we hit that, you know? A bunch of freaking dummies roofing at this apartment out here. Probably acting like they're better than the people that live here and pay lots of rent that have nothing to do with these stupid apartments. Isn't that what always happens? Hey, it's a bunch of people working on the apartments. They're more important than the people that live in the townhomes nearby that pay tons of rent. Obviously, all these meth heads that are putting a roof on the top of an apartment are way more important than all the residents that live in the townhomes nearby that pay tons of money in rent. Obviously, I mean, they got to put the roof on. No. Stay out of our way. Don't be blocking our parking spots. We don't give a F about that stupid apartment, so you probably tricked them into, like, oh, you need a roof. Oh. You probably tricked them into it anyway. You got a bunch of DAs over there smoking up their paycheck. Alright, let's see what y'all said, and I'm gonna get out of here. I know, FOMO almost got me. You're smart about, let's wait till they have good, spend money, get it now, no thanks. Terrence says there's plenty of spend money to get more options. Free to play, free to play. I need a new character playthrough where he spends money on everything. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Ruby Wrath. Yeah. Harpy Mage makes a Brown Storm. Yeah. Yeah, once you cast the Harpy Mage, you lose your Red Storm, yep. Yeah. Yeah, I changed it. Change it, change it. Alright, Sana, we'll see ya. Yeah, I'm out of here anyway, too, so... Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Get about channel comment below. I think we did everything right. Like, Is there anything else? I have faction videos throughout the butt on the channel. Like, I don't feel bad about it. Like, the tomorrow faction event, like, just look it up on my channel. You'll definitely find some teams for the faction event tomorrow. The class event, you just do your best weapon, whether it's Black Manacles or Ruby Weapon or whatever, and you just do everything you can to get that up and cast it and win. And then I'll be here Friday for the weekend event. So all you really need to figure out is your Tuesday faction event, pretty much. And there's plenty of content on that on my channel, Stone Song Erie. Oh no, wait, I'll be doing it tomorrow on my new account. So never mind, I'll be here tomorrow doing that on my new account. Epic Trials would be the only other thing, but most of y'all probably have that done forever and out of your hair, I hope. Most of y'all probably have the Epic Trials done and out of your hair, hopefully. But if not, I'll very quickly talk about it. High Priestess Chaska, hitting all enemies. Sunbird. You can wait till it gets hit, then do this. Or, nah, I mean, it does more damage based on its life, but you could use it in that way, like, oh, it got hit. I want to rise from the ashes now. Like, if it's down to 1 HP and then you cast it and you get a whole new Sunbird, like, that's a way, that's a strat. Totec, just keep Barrier. Try to keep Barrier on itself and the whole team, right? And Tezca, cast this on first slot, get a bunch of attack and life on them. So cast Tezca on first slot. High Priestess Chaska doing damage. Blessing. Sunbird, you could wait till it gets hit a couple of times, or not. That's a strat, though. And then Totec, just keep Barrier up. Cast Tezca on Chaska. Totec keeps Barrier up on the whole team, hopefully. Because you have a Storm, right? Conjure a Light Storm. You have a Perpetual Storm. So he will be able to bless your whole team the entire fight. So just keep Barrier up on your whole team and you can't lose. If a Storm is active, Barrier all other allies. So just keep it up on your team the whole time and you'll be fine. And then cast Tezca on Chaska, so she has a ton of attack and you can hit them with skulls and it keeps her life high. She's going to be barriered the whole time anyway, right? And then you're going to boost her life, boost her life, boost her attack, take a skull, win. All the while chipping them down with Sunbird and this. Seems pretty easy. Totec makes it easy. But yeah, I'll see y'all. Have a good one. I think I already said my outro. Later, Jets. Later, Tyrion. Bye, Sana. See you later, Mr. Z. We got Beg for Mercy, Tyrion, Mr. Z, Sana, Yoke the Ham, Beg, and Jets, and Mr. Z, and Sana, and Yoke, and Sean. And I miss anybody? Yoke, Beg, Ron Nolan was here today, JM Ricks was here today, Sean, Beg, Sana. My chat's freezing up or something. Chad dropped a deuce. Sana dropped a 5. Starla was here. Sana was first. Yoke was second. Starla was third. YouTube loves Yoke the Ham. YouTube wants to make out with Yoke the Ham, Tyrion, and Sana. And I want to make out with... Just do a special shout out to Sana and Chad, lights on, doors open, helping me and my family, helping this channel continue to exist and bring you these live streams. But yeah, I'll see y'all. Have a good one. I'm gonna go pee. Peace out. I'm doing the dance. Woo, I gotta go. Woo, I'm shaking my